Oh, hello. I'm going to say that one thing and one thing only about the WNBA. I don't want to hear about it anymore until the NBA accepts a player with a vagina on their teams. Just one. They don't need a dozen. Just one female player on the men's team. And then they can go do what they want with the WNBA. But until that happens, shut the hell up and leave it alone. Why do the women have to be involved? Why are the men excluded? Why are they protected in some way? They should have a woman player. The women should have a man player. Bottom line. Until that happens, shut the hell up. And I want to say this threat to remove people from the dollar that deal with Iran. It's all the scandal to get rid of the U.S. dollar and replace it with Trump crypto. That's all he cares about. That's his legacy. That's what his legacy wants. He wants his legacy to be that he owns the money of, of the world. And his psycho ego thinks it's possible. But I say there's no guarantee that if the U.S. dollar was to be knocked out of its number one spot, that his crypto would be put in place. I could think of other cryptos that would be in contention with his crypto. So, uh, and since he won't have any power after November or January, I don't know how he could make it happen. But anything's possible, right? But that's the whole reason for the war with Iran is to knock the dollar out of the number one spot and replace it with crypto. And either crypto, it doesn't matter what crypto, he'll be highly invested in, and he'll know what crypto is going to be replacing it with, and he'll be highly invested, along with Musk and everybody else will be highly invested in whatever crypto that is. So, there's a billionaire's game. This ain't for little boys. This is the big boys. And they're playing to rule the world. But it's funny. But like Sam Bankman-Fried, who was going to be the first trillionaire, and they didn't want him to be because he was causing a bit of trouble. But when you have that kind of money, it's kind of what you do. But he went after Trump, and Trump set his mob boys after him, and they made sure he committed a crime. So all they had to do was shuffle money uh, with or without his knowledge, and he's the one doing time for what they did. And you notice that Trump didn't give him a pardon. He wouldn't even think of giving him a pardon. And Bankman-Fried was going to be the first trillionaire, and now he's in a jail cell and he's lucky he can get an iPad. So you can have a lot of money like Musk and everybody else, and Musk, if he doesn't watch himself, and once Trump is gone, there's nobody there to protect Musk, and nobody cares about Musk. So he could be in a jail cell just sitting next to Bankman-Fried. So if you think you're invincible, I'm here to tell you you're not. And I can't wait for the day that Elon Musk ends up in a jail cell. I'm sure a lot of people in those jail cells would love to meet him and would have very fun things to say to him. So, and Jared Kushner is going to join him in that cell, and his whole family, his sons, his daughter, they're all going to join him and join Jared in the cell with Elon. And there's nothing to protect them. Their ass will be hanging out in the wind, and in jail you don't want your ass hanging out. So, but theirs will be. So don't worry. The Republicans think they have the Washington rigged like the mob has Las Vegas rigged, and but they don't. And they have a calendar, but their calendars, the days are running out on their calendar, and they're driving like they're driving off a cliff. at full speed. And as soon as they do, it'll be the end of the Republican Party for a very, very, very long time. And you can thank Trump. He caused the whole thing. And you can blame the the I don't know what you call them. They're not even people. The Republican Party, the Republican senators, Republican Congress. They're not even human. They're spineless. Most humans have a spine, but these people don't. And the cabinet members, oh my God, they're all going to join Musk and everybody in jail too. So you know, it'll be happy hunting once the day comes, and it'll come, guaranteed. And no pardon's going to protect them. Pardons can't cover everything. And the Epstein files will take a rebirth, and be born again. And the Democrats that protected Epstein, or the Epstein perpetrators, they'll go to jail with the Republicans. So nobody's going to be protected. Those Epstein files are long lasting and long reaching, and they implicate a lot of big people. But like I said, Bankman Freed's in a jail cell. He's lucky getting a laptop, so it really doesn't matter how much money you have. I mean, it might make it harder to get you, might make it longer to get you, but we will get you. That's guaranteed. So, you know, what goes around comes around. Like I said before on many tapes, everybody gets what they deserve. And I think you're going to see it if you live long enough. And even if you don't know in your heart that karma's a bitch, karma's going to get them. Promise.